the waterfront site, a long rectangle well over 100 meters in length and under 15 meters wide, bounded on two sides by the lagoon creeks, setting up a far corner diagonal inducing condition, which is basically because it's waterfront there and there. So you have a diagonal condition here. The entrance to the site, diagonally opposite the water-bounded corner, reinforces this diagonal condition and sets up for me a house, first of all, a very long house, with a skylit street that runs through the building, through the grand double volume living space, and then out at the other end, which will be out here. The street runs right through the building and out to a jetty, which continues the street. As the main rooms on the opposite side of the street from the staircase, you get, this is the plan of the house. So somehow you're going to go right through this house and out and keep going till you get to the jetty, and then you can take off from there. This is a street, as far as I'm concerned. And it's skylit, essentially because it will make it more of a street. It will make it more of an external space. And so everything is located off the street, like houses on the street. And one side of the street has less important and small rooms, toilet, a lobby to a lift, there's a store upstairs. And then on the other side, you have the major rooms. You have the double kitchen, which opens to the dining, but you can close it off, and which opens to the double height living room. And then, of course, what is actually happening, again, this house is basically based on the diagonal. And I'm sure the client is probably thinking, just give me a house. But basically, we're coming in at this end, and we're walking our way like that, out to the water. And this is the upper floor. Perhaps here you can see now that because the street is a double height street, when you come up the stairs, you have to cross a bridge to be able to go to the rooms. And you have to cross another bridge back to come to some laundry and storeroom, and then go on children's room, the master suite, study, living room overlooking the main living room, balconies looking to the water. Remember that the waterfront is from about here and then here. Please see, I don't know, okay. So I think here you can see the description of the street better, because what happens is that the street starts before you enter the house, and it goes right through the house and goes right through to the proposed jetty. The house should be looking towards the Lekki-Ikoyi Bridge, as you saw in the map. And it provides you with several levels of what I might call outdoor living. You know, this level, the balcony level, the upper level. There was an article in a book that I read in 1984 called Rotation and Frontality versus Rotation, written by Kenneth Frampton. And funny enough, I think it was at that moment that I decided that that was what I was interested in architecture. And it's very strange because it's a very simple article, but it's profound. Kenneth Frampton, of course, is one of those very respected writers, but he tries to be understood. So he doesn't try to go over and above your head. If he does, and you read it 3 times, you will get it. So I think it has really, really informed the way I design. It definitely informed this building. If I may just roll along now, because we don't have much time. I will just go through the building with these pictures, and we'll just, just the idea of the street. You can see the skylight there that runs over the street. The reason I stopped the skylight here, instead of taking it all the way to the end of the street, is that this is within the double height living room. And at that point, to me, the street sort of dissolves and enters into a big space and loses its velocity or momentum, but it gathers it again because that door is still ready to take you out to the jetty and out again. So So really, the building is just an excuse to tell a story, to weave a story, to play, it's fictional. But it helps me set up a good building. That's basically what it is. This is the entrance, or what it will be like. Basically, this is my own version of a classical entrance. You can't find the pediment, you can't find anything, but somehow something's there. And it tells you, and it's off-center, and it's got nothing to it. Takes you to the door and takes you on. Afternoon, move a little bit to the right. That gate there takes you to the waterfront, the pool and all that. So if you're holding a party, you can take people right through there. You don't have to go through the house. Of course, you can still go through the house if you want to. So when you come in the house, then this is the street. And my hope is that whoever lives there can have some fun, plant some creeping things, do anything, skate. Anybody can do anything there. You can run up and down. It's about 70 meters long. You can. So I actually did 2 sets of 3Ds. So this is a very wooded version of the house. So the street on its way back to the front door, and the skylight always present, the bridges always crossing. And I think they're just things you see in the road in Lagos, your pedestrian bridges, your expressways, and all that. And this is another aesthetic of that space. And then you move along and out again. Bedroom. This is the way out to the jetty. Swimming pool area, my picture balcony. Truly, that's an obvious quote from Le Corbusier's Pavilion de l'Esprit Nouveau from 1927. But there's no tree to go through it. And there's none, and it's not expected. But I'm never going to tell the client because I know he will plant one, and I don't want one there. So don't tell him or them. So, this is now you can see how long the building is. And it's only, this building, I don't think, it's not more than 8 point something, 9 meters wide or thereabouts. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it's just very, very long. So basically, I see this house as that little, when you're traveling and you pass through a little hamlet, and you zoom past the hamlet and you're on your way. So this is one of those stories where you just come in and go through and you're on your way to the jetty and you take off and the building is left behind. So that's the narrative, that's the story, that's the fiction. Thank you.